my plastic friends. How are you? Welcome back. I'm glad to see you. Today is Friday, March 10th. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Daleen, and this is my channel where I talk about cross stitch and quilting and sewing and my grandbabies and my chickens and my dog and food. Always food. And of course, what I'm grateful for. So come on in. I have cookies. I have, let's see how they can look better here. Here you go. I have brown sugar shortbread cookies. And you're always asking me how I make things a little bit different. So instead of brown sugar, I use coconut sugar. And instead of real butter, I use vegan butter, and you know the drill. So these were made with fresh milled flour too. So they are excellent. I have coffee, I have cappuccino, tea. Come on over. We'll have a nice treat. It'll be good. Yeah, Mr. Wright loves those shortbread cookies. So that was a hit. Let's see. Oh, first of all, I wanted to say thank you. I got a card in the mail. It's from my friend Cindy. Thank you so much. She sent me a happy anniversary card. And I don't really know how she knew it was my anniversary. She might have the same date or something that helps her remember. But anyway, she sent me this really fun card. And I appreciate it. Our anniversary is Sunday. We will have been married 41 years. So I thought I would share a couple things. Okay, first of all, this is the sampler that I made. It's it used to be matted. You can tell the fabric is a green. I don't know where I got it. I don't know why I picked green. I stitched it in 1983, and it hung in our bedroom for years and years and years. And the frame was really big, and the mat was really big, and it was green. I don't really think of myself as a green person. So anyway, I don't remember. I tried looking through some books. I thought I might still have the pattern. I might have it in there. I haven't come across it yet, but anyway, I don't know who the author is or the designer is. And so anyway, that was the sampler that I made. Now that I look at it, I think, gosh, it probably took me forever and ever. It looks like it's on maybe 14 count or 28 count? 14 count, I think. I don't know where I would have got the green fabric. I mean, I like the pink in it. And then last year I made What Remains is Love. And this one is a blackbird design. I put our initials at the top instead of, I think there were some birds up there. I put the dates down here. I put our name in it. And then on the back, I have my little library card that I keep all the information on. But then I put a picture on the back of this one, kind of a collage picture of us. And if somebody buys this picture, this stitching piece from Goodwill, and they open the back of this paper, maybe in 50 years or 100 years, I put a whole letter in there of our names, our full names, and where we came from, and where it was stitched. And I also put another picture in there. So it'll be a fun one for somebody to find and find the little information in there. So this is a beautiful piece. It was really fun to stitch. My other friend Cindy said she's having a hard time keeping going and getting it done. So sometimes they fly by, and sometimes it takes you a bit. So anyway, that's a good one. I love that one. Right now it's on our mantle to display, but I have that one hanging in our bedroom. So okay, so the main reason that I wanted to do this floss too, well, of course, I wanted to share the cookies with you. But the main reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to share with you. I have a finish. I have a big, beautiful finish. And there she is. Totally there she is. She's done. She's checked off. I forgot a butterfly that my husband noticed, so I went back and stitched the butterfly. And she is completely finished. Yay. I'll be honest with you, it was a big one. I kind of lost steam a little bit. My goal was to have it finished by May 6th, my birthday. And so I finished that. That's great. I'm happy. But I started to kind of lose steam and I started making some mistakes. And so I thought, if I set this down, I'm not going to finish it. And so I just kept going and going and going. And I don't know, this last little side over here was giving me fits. So anyway, she's finished, she's done. I looked about framing her. I found a frame that I liked, and I don't know, I've heard other people say that they've sent it away to be framed, or they put it away in a box and then a few months later they brought it out and they were so happy to see it and it made them happy and they smiled and they couldn't believe that they had done it. So maybe that'll happen to me, because right now I'm glad it's done. Actually, one of the things that I did some embroidery that I'm going to show you in a little bit. I kind of took a break from cross stitching. It was driving me crazy. So I did a little embroidery in the middle, between the last time you saw it and me finishing it. But anyway, she's done. I don't know if I'm going to frame it right away, but maybe when I look at it in a month or two, and then I'll think, oh, I fell in love with it again. And I'm so impressed that I did it. And I'm just impressed it's done. So there you go. Okay, so thank you for putting up with me and showing you. It took about 10 months. That was Heartstring Samplery by Beth Twist. And yeah, it took 10 months or so to finish. And it was a pleasure. I'd say 80% of it was a pleasure. It was just me being a little bit stubborn those last few stitches. So anyway, that was fun. And I don't know if I'm going to start the Lily one that she has, the companion piece, quite yet. I might buy it and tuck it away for a few years from now. I'm not sure. I'm not really interested in doing that one right now. Anyway, it's done. Thank you for sticking with me and watching me and listening to me go on and on and on about it. So, hey, let's talk about the drawing. Let's talk about that. Okay, first of all, oh my gosh, thank you. I loved, this is the Birds of a Feather, and it's called Love. And this is the one that I am giving away. And I said you had to write down the name of your favorite bird. Well, by golly, I was so happy that I said that because I learned so much. Okay, first of all, quail, cardinals, bluebirds, hummingbirds, mockingbirds, robins, yellow finch, painted bunting. That one you should look up. Beautiful. Secretary bird, eagle, and woodpeckers. Okay, and obviously there was more. One of the ones, the person that won this, or that I'm sharing with, her name is Bridget Bolton. That's who the random comment generator picker, I can't remember the name of that, sorry. The computer did all the work for me. Okay, so Bridget, if you just send me a message on missdaleen at Hotmail, and I'd be glad to drop it in the mail to you. Okay, however, let's talk about Bridget. Okay, her favorite bird is called the secretary bird. Okay, write that down, put it in your phone, whatever. Secretary bird. 4 feet 3 inches tall. It's from Africa. I never heard of this bird before. It was so cool to look it up. So thanks, Bridget, for teaching me about the secretary bird. And then if you get a minute today at lunch or something, look up that. It's amazing. And also the painted bunting. That was an amazing one too. I was quite surprised. So anyway, thanks for sharing all your birds. I can't believe how many of you have cardinals in your backyard, and I've never seen one in real life. So my search continues. Okay, so then here's all my little zipper pouches, my little lace zipper pouches that I made. And in there is some tea and some, my little floss drops that I call dog tags, because that's Miss Maisie's nose. Let's see, there's some floss and some goodies. Each one's a little bit different. And so I had the random comment generator. Is that what you call it? It's not a picker. I don't know why I say that. Okay. Anyway, all right, let's go through these. first one, Carla Rigel. That is you. And if I call your or draw your name, would you please send me a message with your address, and I would be glad to pop these in the mail to you. Okay, the next one is Janice Kirby. Okay. The next one, Mary Jo Fear, Fehr. Okay. Kathy P, as in popcorn. I don't think that's her last name, but it just said Kathy P. Cindy Flinchbaugh. Now that name I recognize, and I think she's the gal that I ran into in Costco. It's so weird. It's like you're a 4th grade student and you see your teacher in the grocery store. You're like, what? Why are you in the grocery store? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in school. So when I see somebody out and about and they say something to me, I'm just like, what? This is weird. I'm so happy. And I don't know. You feel like you're friends. Anyway, Cindy, send me your address. And I'm pretty sure that's who that is. Okay. And Ruth Cole. Ruth Cole. All right. So all of you 6 folks, send me your address at missdaleen@hotmail.com. I'll put it in the drop-down box in case you didn't write it down. But I'm sure you have a pen out from writing down secretary bird that you have to look up. It's so cool. So cool. Anyway, thanks for playing along. We will see how it goes. I hope everybody contacts me, and I want to send those out to you. I promise I'll do it. Actually, I won't do it until a little bit in the middle of next week. We're going on a little vacation for our anniversary, so that'll be kind of fun. So I hope the weather's good enough that we get to rent bikes and go bike riding and stuff. That'll be fun. Let's see. Let's do some works in progress. You want to do that? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do works in progress. Okay, first of all, when I got a little bit tired of cross stitching, I needed a little bit of a break. So I stitched this sweet little bird, a little blue bird with some lavender. And then I bought this Lady Dot Creates, I think that's velveteen. I'm going to back it with that. I don't know why. I thought the blue would be kind of neat. Then I'm making my own cording for around it. Anyway, I got the pattern out of this book by Kathy Schmidt. Schmitz? I think you say Schmitz. Okay. Anyway, I got it out of this book, and it's just so darn charming. Can you see that? Okay, good. And I really love the colors. There's so many projects in this book. And she's the same one that did this other book called Stitching from the Harvest, which is another embroidery book. This one was called Stitches from the Garden. That's where I got the one, the springtime bird. It's just some really sweet patterns. And there's a drum on the back that you can make. It's adorable. And then in the fall one, there's pumpkins and wheat and squirrel, more fall things, of course. But she has some beautiful designs. I think I saw that she just came out with a new book that that it has smaller pieces so that you could, make a little tiny tie on for something. But I think you just have to order. I think it's for pre-orders right now. But anyway, I love Kathy's stuff. It's so beautiful and so easy. You just trace it and then you just stitch away. So, a night or two and you have it done. And I'm going to make that into a little pin pillow. So, and I'm going to stuff it with lavender so that it smells like the picture looks. So anyway, I'm excited about that. That'll be nice. Okay, the other thing I'm working on. Oh, I have a couple things here that are previous finishes. I'll show those first. Okay, first of all, this one is called Praise God from Whom All Blessings Flow. I'm not going to sing it for you. By Sweet Wings Studio. She's on Etsy. And I finished mine with a little ruching and a little pearl. Can you see pearl? Maybe not. Maybe. And then on the back, I put a little tag that says 2022 and my name. And this I did it in 2022, but I just saw Liz and Shelly, they did Antique Needleworkers, and they did a video, and I kind of want to do Shelly's finish. She did buttons all the way around. I think they're her mother-in-law or grandma's or buttons that she did all the way around, and it's so charming. So I think the next little one that I make, I'm gonna do buttons around it. I'm gonna borrow her idea. So anyway, this is a sweet one with the little bunnies and the bluebirds, and yeah, it's time to get stuff out for spring, isn't it? Come on, spring. It didn't feel like spring. It was kind of chilly this morning. So anyway, oops. I don't know where my other finish is. Oh, here's one right here. Oh, I see it. Okay, here it is right here. I put it in this little cloche kind of little thing. I don't know. Okay, so I put it in here, and there's a little bird's nest in there, and I put some eggs and some twigs, and then this is my finish. This is called Springtime Messenger by Brenda Gervais. I have made this piece. I think this is my 5th or 6th time I've made it. I've given it to people. You can kind of see the little bird bath and I just use different buttons that I have in my jar. And so I darkened it up a little bit. And then I just use this alphabet fabric on the back. Oh, it says 2022 little charm and my name tag on there. And then I just use this piece of silk to tie it on with some buttons at the top. Get my hand out of the way. There you go. And then I just put it back in this. I don't really know what this thing is for. It's like a terrarium kind of a thing. Remember in the olden days when we were kids, we made terrariums? Anyway, it's a fun little spring thing to have sitting out in your house, and you can just set some eggs in there. They're not real, but you know. Anyway, turns out really, really charming. So that was by Brenda Gervais, Springtime Messenger, and I'm pretty sure that pattern is still available. This one is for St. Patrick's Day, and there's a little bit of velvet across here and a little ribbon. I had a little charm that I could sew on. And this is, do I remember this? Who is this by? Something primitive needlework? I don't know. Oops, I'll remember in just a minute. Sorry. I can't remember. I know you're all screaming it. So y'all know. You don't really need me to tell you. Okay, so anyway, I remember stitching this in a hotel room. Oh, there's the backing. I love the backing. Kind of reminds me of that bark cloth. Okay, I can't remember what it... I'll remember when I'm done. You know, once I turn this off, I'll remember. I didn't even write it down. Okay, anyway, enjoy it. You all know the name. You're all screaming it, so that's okay. There you go. Okay, so the other thing that I'm working on is when I finished His Eye is on the Sparrow. This was my reward for finishing. I got to start the Heritage Sampler by Plum Street. And boy, howdy, does she do a good job. You know, I remember reading her blog, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. And I remember thinking, oh, how great. And her and her mom would stitch a sampler each year and give it to each other for Christmas. And I was like, really? That's fabulous. So it's been really fun to follow Paulette. Her dad named this sampler the Heritage Sampler. There's a lot of over one, but Mr. Wright said, hey, I love that one. So anyway, I had everything ready to go. I had all the threads chosen, the fabric chosen. I chose a little bit darker fabric than she had. And so the moment I finished, I got to put in 1 or 2 stitches of this one. So yeah, my borders met. Oh, I was going to change the thread. I'll tell you about that in a second. And so I could start right away. Hey, I wanted to show you, can you see these little just tiny pieces? I was going to change them to black so you could see them, but they're just little threads, just tiny little threads. when I count, when I'm trying to do the border, because people always ask me, how do your borders normally match up? And they normally do. Because every 50, if it's that big, I mean, if it's smaller, you can do smaller, but I just take a needle and thread. I have a needle and thread already threaded, and then I just grab it. I count twice or sometimes 3 times, and then I put my little stitch in, and then I do 50 more, do the same thing, and all the way around, so that I can kind of keep going, and I know those 50 are correct, and I double check that I've gone over the right amount of threads and whatnot. So anyway, that's how I normally, oh, I should have made those a little bit darker so you could see them. But yeah, every 50, maybe you can see it up closer. There you go. You can see the little teeny thread right there. And so that's 50 away from the last little teeny thread. So that's how I kind of double check myself, or, I count it a couple times, but I definitely check it to see if I'm going over the right amount of threads so that I don't have to rip out entire pieces. So, wow, these are beautiful colors. All of them are the colors that they call for, except this gray in the middle of this. Mine was so dark you couldn't even see it. So I just used I don't remember. Next time, or if you want to know, you can send me a note, and I promise I'll tell you the name. But I just had to get a little bit lighter one so that it would show up more on those urns that are on the bottom there. And I think that might be the part of the wing of the eagle, or maybe the behind the scenes of the White House or something. So anyway, I finished my piece last week, and then I got to start my reward. That was my reward. So I was super happy about that. Okay, let's see. What else do I have? Ooh, let's talk about my chickens just for a second. I'm sure you're all excited about that. Okay, this week so far, these are the eggs that I got this week. I know. There's lots of stuff in the media telling you you're not getting eggs. Feed your eggs, feed your chickens some spinach or some cabbage or all kinds of leftovers and things, along with chicken food, and lots of protein, they love that. And you're gonna get beautiful fresh eggs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My friend sent me these these are like little washcloths. Aren't those funny? I know. I use these kind of things when I'm washing off the eggs, and it made me laugh. That was such a nice little fun gift to get from her. Okay, my friend in Bellingham, Washington, this is her book. Her name is Dahlia, and her book just came out, and it says, "Let's all keep chickens." And she's got a great blog, and she's got fabulous videos on YouTube. And her book is really neat. It's fuss-free chicken keeping, and she shows you all kinds of tips and ideas and ways to keep your chicken, and how it helps her just get through the day, and how to I'm out there talking to my chickens and telling them I can't stand stitching that anymore. I've made too many mistakes, and they just yell at me and get back in there. Anyway, this morning I went out and cleaned the chicken coop and got it all fresh straw and everything, and fresh water, and got some rosy cheeks for my video. So that was my payoff for cleaning the chicken coop this morning. But anyway, Let's All Keep Chickens, Fuss-Free Chicken Keeping by Dahlia, or I think she says Dahlia. Yeah, Dahlia. Monteroso. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think you can get it on Amazon. If you're interested in learning about chicken keeping, and it's almost springtime here, so people will start getting some new baby chicks. I have 4 chickens right now, but I'm really toying with the idea of maybe getting 3 or 4 more. I kind of want to do that. Hey, here's another thing that I got this week. You know how we all choose words, our word of the year, and my word of the year was start. Start giving myself a little more grace. Start being a little easier on myself. Start my book again. And my friend Barbara sent this to me. Her daughter has I don't have my glasses on. Okay, it is Written for Rescue, and her name is Jacqueline, and I will put her the name of her company down below. And anyway, she can do different words. And so these are really sweet little ornaments. We can tie on things. She does lots of different things. So if you can go over to her channel, I think she'd really love it. But anyway, that's Barbara's daughter, my friend Barbara. And I thought, well, how fun is that she made my word of the year, and it's so pretty, and it's always on these wood pieces. I think Christmas she gave me something that I think it had Maisie's name on it, and I don't know, just really charming things. So anyway, Jacqueline is her name at writtenforrescue.com, but I will put it down below so that you can see it and buy a gift for your friend and makes them happy when they open that gift. That's a pretty neat thing. Okay, I have one person I want to chat about for a minute here, and her name is Rachel, and we all know her. She's the owner of Needle and Flax, and she does some really fabulous floss tube. She's kind and funny. She's intelligent, smart as a whip, really, really smart. Got gorgeous hair. You just want to go there and have a cup of coffee with her and hang out. And I don't know, I sort of feel like I'd be in my socks with my feet up and just chatting and talking, but it's just a beautiful smile. Anyway, and she does really beautiful floss tubes. It's so fun to see all of her samplers and all of her pieces. But she is doing this First Lady series, and she did her first one, which was wonderful. And you can stitch for the whole, you don't have to look up all the time because she's, giving you some information and teaching you things. And so that was fabulous. And it kind of spurred me on to go get my Dolly Madison book and reread it. So I'm a little ways in. Yeah, I am. Oh, this is funny. Look at this. This is my friend. Oh yeah, my friend Donna Ray sent this to me. I use this as a bookmark. It can actually help you see words if you don't have your glasses. So anyway, it's kind of funny. I laugh every time I see it. Okay, A Perfect Union, Dolly Madison. She's one of my favorite first ladies, and so I had to get my book out again. However, Rachel gives lots of suggestions and different things of what books we can get, and this book is called Martha Washington, An American Life. And computer generated this picture to let us know what she would look like. And so I haven't read this book yet, but I am interested. By Patricia Brady. And so once I'm done with Dolly's book, I will read this one. And when I got to go to the Smithsonian, and I, of course, bought First Lady books. I looked at First Lady China. I looked at First Lady dishes, and dresses, and I'm just fascinated. So anyway, it is a wonderful series. If you haven't seen it, plenty of time. Go back, look at it, sit down, pour yourself a cup of coffee, maybe two. I think it's over an hour, maybe closer. I don't know. Anyway, you can stitch while she's talking, and you learn so much, and you really can see those smile lines by her eyes when she's talking about Martha and George Washington. Her eyes light up. You can tell how passionate she is about it. It's so fun to be listening to somebody who is passionate about anything, really, but she definitely loves this topic. So all of us are just lucky that she's in our community. She just is a lovely place to land, really. She's a gem. So anyway, go say hi to Rachel. And it was a short one today because I just wanted to show you my finish. I wanted to brag to somebody other than the dog. I told Maisie, but she kind of looked more interested in a liver treat than my cross stitching. So anyway, okay, what I'm grateful for. One more thing. There was a question asked about my red light therapy, and that's on my grateful list. Okay, red light therapy I use almost every day. Helps regenerate our cells, that ADP, get it going again, get it energized. I use it if I cut my thumb, or I still have a touch of arthritis in my knee. That's going away, thank goodness, from some different things that I've been doing. So I'm so happy and grateful for that. But anyway, I use the Mito, M-I-T-O, red light box. There's several of them out there, but you all know I'm a little bit frugal. So I don't know, that one just fit the bill. It just hit all the marks, and I couldn't say anything nicer about them. I'm 100% happy. I can tell the difference in my health when I use it, when Mr. Wright uses it. It's easy. It's wonderful. It really is. So anyway, that's Mito Red Light. Okay. So what else am I grateful for? I'm grateful for spring crocuses. Mine are blooming and up. I have yellow. I have one white one and one purple one so far. So I'm excited about that. I have a new grain mill. I'm really happy. It's so different than what I was using before, and I'm just so happy. Sometimes when you watch people's floss tube, do you just want to, instead of saying, hi, thank you for your floss tube, it was great, do you just want to write down the amount of money that it costs you to watch that video? This is me writing $379 later. So anyway, I love that everybody shares what they like, what works, what doesn't work. Okay, and on my notes, I noticed this. I have used red pen in a couple places, and it reminded me of being in Poland. When I first went to Poland, I have tons of stories about it. But when I went there, one time there was a shop that was really, really dark, and we walked up to it. Me and 3 other ladies and I were there, and as soon as we got there, the lights came on. So we were like, oh, okay. So we went in and we bought different things, and the lady was so nice to us, and our Polish was really limited. Some of us spoke French, some spoke German, but very little Polish. So we all had little cards. This was before cell phones and all that. We had little cheat notes so that we could say, thank you, please. Where's the bathroom? Whatever we had to write down on our notes. And I had the amount of zlotys that was equal to $5 or $10 or $20. So I could kind of tell, should I buy this? How much is this? Anyway, so before we got ready to leave, there was 4 of us, and we were all so chatty and spent all of our money and were excited, and the place was great, and she had all kinds of wonderful things. And we said, could we take your picture? And, we had cameras on, and she said, no. And then I don't remember what the word was. And she covered her face and she walked away. Ooh, we kind of felt bad. We thought, we just wanted to take her picture. We're sorry. Thank you for letting us buy the stuff. Okay. Adios. Bye-bye. And she came out from behind where she was the shopkeeper, and she had lipstick on, and she said, okay. And she was so happy, but she wanted to have her lipstick on before her picture was taken. So I thought, we're not so different after all. Anyway, thanks a lot for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the cookie. Come on over for a cookie and some coffee. And thanks for letting me share that His Eye is on the Sparrow is finished and done, and I'm a happy girl. And anyway, I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I'm going to have a fabulous weekend. I hope to go swimming and bike riding and do a bunch of fun stuff. So anyway, thanks for chatting. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.